If you roll backwards in your chair, it's okay because I'm wearing my steel-toed boots still.
Ah, good to know. Welcome one, welcome all to Mayhem and Foolishness Productions under the
Sorry. You said mayhem and foolishness. There had to be some foolishness.
Under the umbrella of which we operate many different productions, including apparently footwear-based shows.
Got metatarsal support.
Anyway, as y'all, some of y'all at any rate know, some of y'all may not, and welcome if you're not here from the ongoing marathon madness over at the pigsty. We are currently engaged, a lot of us scattered throughout several different communities, in raising some funds to get Pale Blue Mama out of a absolutely fucking untenable living situation.
Mm-hmm. We're not just talking about roaches, y'all.
No, we're talking absolutely fucking untenable. And beyond that, it's not really my place to speak to the details, but some of y'all know. We're doing a sort of greatest hits of the community. Everyone does what they do best. We just came from the Cider and Port channel where we talked about some very stressful issues impacting the trans community and the LGBTQIA plus community writ large for a while. And before that, we were over at the pigsty proper, where we talked about everything under the sun.
I missed that one because I was still at work.
You did. It was a trip.
So sad. Oh, all right. I'll have to go back and watch it again. All right.
We're here for a very special Friday edition of the Mental Health Thursdays stream that we used to do on the channel on something approximating a regular basis, and I don't have my banner up.
And it's also kind of a mix of the As Unyet Named Couple stream, because we didn't always do Mental Health Thursdays together.
This is also true.
I made occasional guest appearances on Mental Health Thursdays, but we didn't, normally that was not the case.
Okay, let's see. I see the chat filling up. Some wonderful people here. We may or may not have some guest appearances as the night goes on. As you may can guess from the thumbnail that you may or may not have seen beforehand, and from the title, we're going to be talking chronic conditions.
I know.
Any other brand of chronic, you'll have to get somewhere else, because old Junk Shop is frightfully allergic to the chronic, as some of y'all know.
And I was a daily pothead for a while, a good chunk of my early adult life, and then I found someone who was better than weed, so it wasn't hard. I literally, like, the day you told me, I was like, okay, and I finished what I had back at where I was living at the time, and never bought anymore. And that's that story. I don't worry about drug tests anymore, which is kind of nice. It's a nice thing to not have to worry about, because sometimes they spring them on you.
So as a
there's nothing immoral about weed, but moving on. I just wanted to say that. We're both for legalization across the board.
Yes. But the sort of the brand of chronic we're particularly going to be discussing this evening is of the illness variety, whether that's mental or physical, because for some reason in the year of our Lord 2021 we are still drawing a delineation between mental and physical illness, despite the fact that the brain is part of your body. God damn it.
Yep. You're not possessed. You don't have demons. You don't have, I don't know, whatever, some other
imbalance of humors.
An imbalance of humors. No, it's your brain, and most likely a chemical imbalance and or a cumulative effect of trauma, like complex PTSD, for example.
So we've got Jassa G says, I am the demon.
Oh, hey, Jessica. Oh, and I also will, after saying that, that sounded like I know a lot of shit. I just used to write for a psychiatric journal, y'all. Neither of us have medical degrees. Everything we say about mental health and mental illness in the stream is from our own experience, the experience of people we love and know, and lots of therapy and what has worked for us and what has not. So, but this is not to be taken as medical advice from a medical practitioner because we ain't that.
Yes, one of the first of a couple of disclaimers we got to give here tonight. Thank you
Right.
thank you for remembering that one, because that's the one I had forgot.
You're welcome. I forgot the other one. That's why we're a team.
Yes, this is putting the couples back in couples stream. But anyway, before straying too far from the point and rambling on tangents too long, which would be entirely unexpected here on this channel, and
never see it coming.
Completely alien to us.
What?
We've got our own little spin we're putting on the fundraiser. You'll see the GoFundMe scrolling at the, god damn it. I know my left from my right, I promise.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
It's stage left
and
stage right.
The fantastic mods I see have been dropping them in the chat periodically. Keep on doing that. Just spam the shit out of it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to all of my
the mods,
fantastic mods, and the various members of the community who have kept the fundraiser running well above and beyond schedule.
Yes.
We crossed what we're sort of all affectionately at this point calling the bare minimum threshold of the fundraiser during Math Pig's stream when we kicked off earlier this evening. Thank you, B. Wonderful.
Woohoo!
But we're still going. We're still going. I know times are tight, and I know most of us who can afford to donate have likely already donated at this point. So if you can't afford to donate, no shame, no blame, no shade, no stones thrown. But it costs you nothing to spread the word.
Yep.
2 clicks of the mouse and you can get this out there to more people. Spread it on Facebook, on Twitter, on, I don't know, is MySpace still a thing?
No. I hope not. I don't know.
Poor Justin Timberlake. What a bad investment.
No. Whatever. Instagram. I don't know. I don't know
it takes some working, but you can do it. Okay. I did it.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
On Instagram. Yeah. Share the word. Spread the word, because you have a list.
I do. I did not write it down, so I'm hoping I can remember it.
Uh-huh.
We have decided that we're going to do prizes. We've got another 45 minutes of this stream because we have a deadline today, which we
long-winded. We
very rarely do. So we
get to the stuff.
But we do have a hard stop that we're gonna
stop hard on. That's what she said.
But during the course of this hour block, we will be doing a small prize giveaway. For the top 3 donations, at least the top 3 donations copped to. I understand that not everybody can donate under their actual name, and I myself, when I donated, did it anonymously.
Lousy.
So if you're not comfortable having your name attached to the fundraiser, talk to me privately or talk to Dave or Math Pig, and we'll get it sorted out behind the scenes. But the long and the short of it is, the 3rd highest donation by the end of the thing,
by the end of our block.
Words of my life. We're going to give away a sticker from the Junk Shop Library Teespring store.
Mm-hmm.
just a little thank you. Thank you very much.
And it's a really cool one. It's a magnet.
It's a sticker.
Is it a sticker? I thought
It
it was
is.
a magnet.
It looks like a magnet for all the world on the
it's a
website.
really good sticker.
But it's die cut around the edge.
Oh, it's die. Oh, okay, that's why. Die cut sticker.
Math Pig on MySpace thanks Bad Tempered Badger. I have no idea what that sentence is intended to convey, but it's funny.
I think Bad Tempered Badger still has MySpace.
Ah, well.
Or they joke or he jokes that he does. I don't know. Okay, go
ahead. The second highest donation gets one of the coveted Junk Shop Library coffee mugs.
Yes. They are ordered and on their way.
Or tea.
Or tea.
You can use it for tea
you can
as well.
Use it for tea.
If you must.
There is nothing wrong with that.
And the highest, I almost said bidding, the highest donating during the course of this fundraiser, I'll be giving a 3-month subscription to the Junk Shop Library Patreon so that you can join us for things, among other things, like our Sunday morning Catholic Catechism stream, where we tear into the Catechism of the Catholic Church, blow by blow, bullet point by bullet point, and just generally give it the right old sending up it deserves.
And just to give you all an idea of how intense this stream is, I am not allowed, by my own rule, this is a house rule in our home that I made, I'm not allowed to be in the room because I cannot keep quiet. True. I can't. I have to. I'm like, that is fucking bullshit. That should be. And then it just gets worse from there. So it's they can be grumpy funny. I'm just grumpy angry. I don't do grumpy funny. I can do funny or angry, but I don't do grumpy funny. Grumpy funny people are amazing. Okay.
All right. So let's get to it.
Yeah.
We've spent almost 15 minutes on the announcements, and that's a long time even for yours truly.
Yeah, so start donating if you haven't already. We do have a tab. We're trying to monitor to see, we're going to be clicking back and forth.
If I thought
a little bit
better about this, I might have tried to figure out a way to set this up so I could just look at my phone and look back.
Oh, I didn't even think about my phone. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a really rough day at work.
We're good with the technology, y'all.
I had to go out to the factory.
Y'all know us by now.
A lot. Yeah.
Okay, so.
If you don't know me by now, I'll stop.
Yeah, that's all we need is a copyright strike on the fundraising stream.
No, we do not. No, we do not.
Okay.
It's an okay song. Okay, let's go.
All right, so. As a subset of the mental health series here on the channel, first of all, I do want to reiterate what Julie already said. Nothing said here is medical advice. Nobody here is medical professionals. All right, so take that as covered. Good. Moving on.
2 degrees in creative writing and 1 in social work between us, y'all. That's us. Not.
Yeah. Okay, but
personal experience, though.
We've got a little in the ways of personal experience. Just a smidgen.
We have more
skosh, a splash.
We have more diagnoses between us than we do degrees, actually.
This is true. This is true. We do. As a result of which, we've got something of an idea of how ongoing mental health issues can affect the body and how ongoing body issues can affect the brain. It's and the long and the short of it is, I would say negatively.
Yep.
Like if I had to characterize the ways in which each can affect the other negatively.
One of the reasons I have tried so many times to stop doing this.
Oh yeah, stream not for children.
Not for children.
I knew there was something else.
Sorry, tobacco and alcohol. Yeah.
And language.
And language. The reason I can't fucking quit smoking, except for I think once I made it for 3 months just kind of bumming from people every once in a while. And that was I mean, that's it. I mean, I had one at 14 and wanted them for 2 days and then bought a pack on my 18th birthday because that's when it was legal when I, then. Now you have to be 21 in our state, which I think is a good thing. I think it's good that teenagers don't, at least your brain is closer to being fully developed before you hit the incredibly addictive substance that's consumed carcinogenically and dangerously. But yeah, but basically, I'm not saying this is right. Please don't start smoking if you haven't. Do not start ever. But it helped me deal with my anxiety. And sometimes that's what gets me out of bed. If I have bipolar disorder, and if I am really depressed and nothing else will get me out of bed, needing a fucking cigarette will get me the fuck out of bed. And as sad as that is, it's true.
It's what we call in the trade maladaptive coping mechanisms.
Singing it with me, everybody. Yeah.
Now, another aspect of the fun constellation of delight that chronic illness brings to us is one we've just recently been discovering around the house.
Yeah.
As some of y'all know who are watching, some of y'all don't, because there's lots of new folk here in the chat tonight, and I want to welcome all of y'all. Though I'm
Hi,
not
new people.
Try to start calling y'all out individually, but I recognize some of them names.
I'm Julie. This is Junk Shop. We're married. We're queer. We love you. We love us. We love that y'all hang out with us. Sorry, I didn't realize there were new people. I felt like I should say something.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your email address on the problem?
What?
Your email address needs to be on the problem.
Oh,
sorry.
That's a good thought.
We're gonna talk. I'm sorry. I'm gonna interrupt really quickly while they fix this. Junk Shop is non-binary, so pronouns are they, them. I'm a cisgender chick who's just, I don't know, not all that girly. It's kind of weird. Anyway, not the point. And I'm pansexual. So anyway, so having said all the things I'm proud of, I'm also going to say we are very proud to have an hour to help out Blue Momma, because she has been there for us so many times. And that's what this community does, man. We come together for each other. So many of you were there for us last year when Junk Shop and I were both unemployed for over 10 months. I see Maya Atkinson in the chat. Thank y'all. Love, honey. Yeah, and B is in the chat, and Never Again is in the chat. Lots of good folks up in here. And this is what we do. We come together. And, but if you are one of those top 3 donators during this block of time on Junk Shop Library's channel, you will, if you want to, receive your sticker or your mug and are comfortable doing so, you can email junkshoplibrary at gmail.com. And it's just like it sounds. It's junk shop library, all one word. And although we live in the South, remember that R in library, that first one. Don't try and type library. You aren't gonna get there. Okay, so it's library.
You might get somebody, but you ain't gonna get me.
No. All right. So we're all right. So where are we? I'm sorry. New chronic condition.
Yeah.
The new chronic condition. It's fun.
It's
It's exciting.
Some of y'all run in the same circles as I on Twitter, and you may have seen me using the delightful new hashtag Junk Shop's Medical Mystery, because something's wrong with old Junk Shop, and nobody knows what, including the doctor.
2 doctors so far.
2 doctors so far.
We're waiting for the word specialist.
That has been wearing.
Especially for someone with 2 anxiety disorders and another person with anxiety disorder, or
I don't know. I don't know what any of my formal diagnoses are. I just take the medication they prescribe.
Yeah, okay, there are two schools of thought in psychiatry, and I learned this from my first therapist, who also told me when I said something very nasty about myself in the session, the best advice I ever got, which she said, "Would you say that to a friend?" And I said, "No, God, I would never. Like, I swear on the God I don't believe in, I would never say that to a friend." And she said, "Then why would you say it about yourself?" It was really cool. And it's not just a deepity, y'all. Don't beat yourselves up. Don't call yourself names. Okay. Anyway, she also told me. Oh, what happened?
So we have a guest that I didn't notice, and I hope they haven't been here too long.
Oh, sugar!
While we blathered on.
While we blathered on. Anyway, they're. Hey, Sam.
Welcome, Sam.
Hey guys.
There are really quickly. I'm going to finish my sentence, and then we're going to introduce Sam, and Sam can jump right in. So there are two schools of thought in therapy and psychiatry right now. One is tell the patient what the diagnosis or diagnoses are. I'm that kind of patient. I need to name it. I need to know what it is. I need to read all about it. And that's because that's how my brain works. That's how I work through everything. That's how I work through problems. I need information in as much as I can get. And I will, and I tell my doctors that up front, just in case they subscribe to the other school of thought, which is don't tell a patient what their exact diagnosis is, because it might scare them, or there might be such a stigma about it that they might decide they don't have it and not take their meds, or et cetera, et cetera. I don't like that, but some doctors do it. So, and I can understand the reasons, because some people, it took me a long time to accept my bipolar diagnosis, for example. It took me a long time. Because let's face it, if you're bipolar, you're going to know what I mean when I say being manic is kind of fun. It can be scary, but it's fun. And you don't go to the doctor when you're manic, right? You only go when you're depressed. So most of us get diagnosed with depression first, and then then we fuck up our personal lives, or spend all of our money, or do something crazy, and then we end up going, oh yeah, that was mania, huh? So hi, Sam. We're talking about chronic conditions. How you doing?
I am doing all right. We have hit 1:30 in the morning, which is fun.
Ooh, that's right. Because you are in one of the old countries, both of our old countries, actually.
6 hours ahead of us? Is that right?
Depending where you are in the US, yes.
We're in Central, so
yeah,
Eastern.
It is, yeah, 6 hours. Because when we got to Scotland,
that's right.
I made the mistake of taking a nap, and then I was outside the hotel in 1 degree Celsius weather, smoking a cigarette.
Yep.
In all of my clothes that I brought with me to Scotland for the 4 days.
I don't know how you people
in
do
November.
It's too
Welcome
damn
to Scotland.
I loved it, but I loved it though. I loved it. Like once we were outside and walking, it was fun. Except for that one day when it was so windy. But that's okay. No, we don't have time. We don't have time. There's no time. All right. So
I see. My boyfriend would probably love it here in the kind of winter time, because he's very kind of punk and he likes wearing layers. But he lives in Texas.
Yeah, I like wearing layers too, because I hate my body. That's not a nice thing to say about yourself, but just being honest there, I have some issues.
Would you say that to a friend?
No. Well, I would say I hate my body to a friend, but I would never say you should hate your body or something like that. No, I would never, ever do that.
Yeah. See,
We're in Tennessee, Knoxon. Tennessee, USA.
Yeah, we're in Tennessee. If you can't tell from our accents, because we've lived all over the South, but definitely. Go ahead. Sorry.
My favorite frame of reference is that my high school is older than the USA.
Oh, there you go. Yep, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Like, granted, it's like either 4 or 6 years older than the US, but still.
It's older. It's older than my country. Yeah, respect.
That's so
now chronic issues is a fun one, because it's been pointed out to me in the last couple of weeks that I quite possibly have some sort of chronic condition completely undiagnosed.
Oh,
because it's not normal at 19 to have joint pains that mean you have to take painkillers before you go to bed.
Oh, no, it's not. You're so young. I am so sorry.
And so it's just like, and the fact that I can't really hold a pen for more than half an hour comfortably.
Oh,
I thought that was normal.
right. That is novel in the bad way, as in unusual or new.
Normal, sorry. That's
Oh.
just my accent.
So it's a normal.
Oh, you said you thought that was normal.
Assumed it was normal
because
because it was normal for them.
Because it was normal for you. Oh, yeah, no, it's not. It's
Yeah.
novel.
So I'm just learning that these things are not normal, and I don't know what I have. I have an acquaintance who is of the opinion that I probably have EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Ehlers-Danlos, yeah. I've got a friend.
I know that they have that condition. I also know there's like 17 variants of it that I've kind of primarily diagnosed. So I've not done enough research to say whether or not I think I have, but someone who has it thinks it's probable I do. And also I have at least one comorbidity with it because I have autism. And autism and EDS have a comorbidity, which is interesting.
Okay.
It's amazing how many chronic conditions have some kind of comorbidity.
Yeah.
They don't like to float on their own. They must have company.
Yeah,
I suspect I probably have ADHD as well as autism.
Maybe we have a nephew who's autistic, and he's also epileptic as well, and those are two that can often go together. Yeah. Luckily, though, he's only had one grand mal seizure, and he is his autism presents in, well, you know more about it than I do, but in various ways. But one of them is that he is very meticulous about his routine. So he always takes his anti-seizure medication on time every day. So it's
order is important typically for people with autism. And part of the reason I think I might have ADHD is that I can't do order. Like, I have to have an alarm set to remember to brush my teeth at 19 years old.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Sorry for the oh wow. That is surprising.
So yeah, like I just can't form the habit physically. I've tried, and so like that throws a lot of people. But like if I try and just remember, I won't do it kind of 4 times out of 5 or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am. It's true, and that's interesting. Everyone's brain is wired differently, period, because we're all individuals and we have different experiences, and all of that, links into things. But that doesn't mean the brain doesn't work and doesn't work well. It just works differently.
I will try not to rant on this, but I have a big issue with the amount of pathology there is around autism.
Oh yeah, no, my personal experiences with someone with autism do not play into that at all. He's like a lovely person, and I love him to pieces, but he can't function in the world as an adult.
Yeah,
he has to be looked after. He helps out, and he is again amazing, but he can't do a job.
I think that the thing is for me is that autism is not always something that needs to be like, a lot of people have this idea that autism needs to be medically treated.
Mm.
But a lot of people who don't have autism don't realize I have autism when they speak to me.
I never would have thought you did, by the way. I've heard you talk about it in other streams, and that's the only reason I knew.
And I'm most of the time. So people use the terms high and low functioning. I despise that.
I don't like that either.
That's not how that works. I tend to prefer the terminology high and low needs.
There you go. I like
so
that.
I'm generally speaking fairly low needs, but I'll have my high needs days.
Yeah, fair. Because that's how I feel about my nephew. When somebody says he's low functioning autistic, I get it just gets my Irish up. I get mad, and I'm like, don't. want to punch
like
him in the face now, and I'm committed to nonviolence.
He just has high needs. He's not low functioning.
Exactly. And he is one of the most intuitive people I've ever met in my life. Like straight up, they, another common myth about people with autism is that they don't recognize emotion, or respond to it. But I was reading a poem that my grandfather had written about his first great grandson, my first nephew, who died in a car accident when I was a kid. And it was during a family gathering, and I couldn't help it. I started to cry, and suddenly these arms were around me, and he had just leapt across the room and was just, I was enveloped in this tight, lovely, exactly what I needed in that moment hug, and he just let me bury my face in his shoulder and sob.
So, for frame of reference, when I'm doing facial expressions, I'm doing facial expressions for you guys. 80-90% of the time, my face looks like this if I'm not around anyone else.
Yeah. That's very much.
So, like, I'm masking. I'm trying to express my emotion so you guys can understand it.
Thank you. And I mean, it. I don't know. It's a weird thing to thank someone for, but yeah, it's a weird. It's a primate thing. We're used to it, but it's also. It's kind of, I feel like it's almost an unfair burden on the other person. That's like,
See, it does take effort, but I can do it fairly well.
And we all do it to a degree, right? I mean, like, I don't walk around with I have a coworker who's very Christian, and he's brilliant and a lovely human being, and he's so kind to me. But he can't get through a paragraph without thanking God for something, or, just throwing in the occasional praise Jesus. He's not proselytizing. It's just such a part of who he is that it comes out. So guess who I haven't told I'm an atheist, right?
I have this fun thing where I'm part of multiple minorities. So a lot of people think my minorityness is in their face. Because I'm non-binary. My actual natural speaking voice is actually somewhere more around there. And I am wearing a pagan symbol. I feel like I'm dressed fairly non-binary.
You're very cute, by the way. Not in a creepy way. Not coming on. Just saying. You look very cute.
I'm visibly queer. And I'm fairly open about the fact that I am neurodivergent. And people think that I'm like a Poe, even in real life. Sometimes when they meet me, they're like, bullshit, you're not all of that.
People can be
because apparently being non-binary and being neurodivergent and having mental illnesses and all this other stuff, it's like, no, you get one minority.
you only get one. That's all you get. Yeah. Okay.
It's like you are sufficiently different for me to be comfortable.
Oh, Manda's on. We're gonna let Manda in.
It's just like junk shop. You are non-binary and atheist. That's two. That's too much.
That's two. How dare you?
Wait till you hear about what's going on up here, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know.
I know, right? Hi, Amanda.
Actually, hey, Amanda.
It's the lady of the hour.
It is the lady of the hour.
Seconds to sit down. Keep talking. I'm here.
Okay, we'll keep talking. Actually, right before I went off on a tangent that derailed what you were talking about, and right before Sam came in, Sam, if we will both, you and I, because I could talk to you all night, if we'll just zip it for a second and let you talk about your mystery thing, because I think I cut you off in the middle.
Oh, that's essentially all there is to it, is that
right. Well, I want to crowdsource this a little bit. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can I say what's going on? Okay. So basically, I have seen this. I know Junk Shop looks small and wiry, and they are, but they've got those like wiry Irish muscles. And I'm not saying that to be racist. There have been genetic tests done, and we're mostly Irish, and which was disappointing for a couple of reasons, but that's not the part right It was disappointing because I thought I was a quarter Scottish and I'm not. That's what was disappointing. I thought when I went to Scotland I was visiting like a homeland, and I brought my brother back. Like I was like, here is a currency from where our ancestors lived, and no, they didn't. They were Irish. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. I'll go to Ireland.
I was going to say, now we've got an excuse to go to Ireland.
An excuse to go to Ireland. So anyway, but the point is that, so they've been experiencing really horrible fatigue and physical weakness. I have had to do things for them, open things, jars and such, bring them, and this is the kind of stuff, Junk Shop is not into that kind of thing. Like Junk Shop is like, give me all the heavy groceries and I feel bad for not carrying something. But no, right now they have to stop twice walking 15 steps up the stairs. They have to stop and take a break twice.
You had to talk about trashing about how bad it was that you found out you were Irish and got an actual.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Yes, I know. It's not bad.
No, I just come in to shout and storm out and make a big scene. And,
please don't. I love you.
No, that's fine.
No. I'm proud. No, here's the thing. I knew I was part Irish.
We got ourselves a full house here.
I was just proud that I was also part Scottish, and that my mom was like, we thought she was half German and half Scottish, and we had some Irish on that side, and then we find out that no, we're like a little bit French.
At the end of the day, I think,
and the rest is all Irish. That's
I think the whole thing is funny because when you do a genetic test, you're testing probably more female genetics, more your mother's genetics than anything else. They remain more. But going by the family stories, you go by your surname, and your surname is set by a man. It's set by the husband. So your storyline is following your father's line, but when you check your genetics, it's mostly your mother.
Yeah. Well, and it was my grandmother's surname too. Her maiden name was Robertson. So that's a very Scottish last name,
Well, I'm half Scottish, half Irish, so you're all right. You're all right.
All right. Thank you.
I'll not completely hold it against you, and for
we're totally.
You stay away from me, Lucky Charms and all.
We're fully vaxxed now. So as soon as it's okay enough.
Did you see my picture on Twitter? I had to go through an authorization process of proving my age, proving my date of birth, proving that I had no condition, all this sort of questionnaire sort of thing to fill out. And then it was like, right, you have now, you've qualified for your vaccination. Maybe, I think 3 weeks ago, they lowered it from 35 to 40, which is my age range. And when I hit the button and I went into it, the screen was blank. It said, please pick your vaccination center with no menu whatsoever. I think they're panicking now about the blood clotting. The 35 to 40s have been offered an alternative to whatever. But check Twitter. The picture's on Twitter. I literally went into the page, and the page is, please pick your vaccination center, and nothing.
I saw that picture, but I missed some context, and I couldn't figure out. Why am I seeing this picture of a blank fucking page?
Yeah.
Hi, Amanda. You okay?
Can you guys hear me? Can I just
Yes, Amanda, you're here.
I'm really sorry to break up the fun and everything, but I just want to explain what's happening right now. Okay, so I told you how he had shut off the power to everything but my son's bathroom and my bedroom, or his bedroom. There are 3 other bedrooms up here, and plus the hallway, so we wanted to make sure everything was off, except he fucked up and left the electricity on in my bathroom and not Angel's. So that's what I've been doing, is I have a lamp plugged in here, and I've been able to switch back and forth for electricity. But I am so I'm sitting, I don't know, I guess my bathroom's right there. I'm sitting on the floor so that I'm able to plug in my computer. But I'm terrified that he's going to see the light in the cracks or whatever and turn everything off. So sorry that I have to keep
popping in and out.
Honey, if I can suggest,
it's okay.
if I can suggest, honey, Get your bed sheet or a duvet and put it against the door, covered over the door. Put a towel at the bottom or something like that.
I put like stuff as much as I can. I don't know. I'm terrified.
Amanda, you're in a situation. You're in a situation where you need to look after yourself, and that is your primary focus at the moment. That is the point here, is to make sure you're looked after. So don't worry about having to jump out of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's okay.
No, I know, and I'm just apologizing to everybody. And Vader Sam's in the chat. He's saying hi, love you, Sam. Yeah, I just want people to know, like, I'm not being rude. I know what everybody's doing for me, and I so appreciate it. I don't want you to think I'm being rude, and I don't care.
No, we don't think you're rude. That's what I'm trying to express, Manda, is that we understand that you're in a really hard situation, and that we don't see it as rude at all.
I've tried to explain this to Manda, is the fact that we've been going through this for a while, and witnessing this, she needs to jump in and out and some things like that. And it's fine, honey. If you need to leave and go take some time.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is
the only thing we ask, man. The only thing I personally ask is, if you don't, you fucking better treat me and tell me you're fucking all right.
I'm sorry.
So the thing as well,
Manda,
is this is going to run for 24 hours. You can't be here the whole time.
No, I know. I don't, like I said, I just don't want to be rude. Yes, Junk Shop. Junk Shop.
Oh no, that was Randy.
Oh no, that was me.
Sorry, Randy. I thought it was Junk Shop. Go ahead. What?
If you need somebody to talk to, maybe we get a volunteer or something to just keep an open line in a private chat, just so you have another voice and another face to look at. Just to keep talking to you, so you're occupied, because your anxiety is through the roof right now.
When Manda leaves, I'll be leaving too, Randy. I ain't gonna sit here and have the crack,
Sorry.
Yeah,
no, I appreciate it. I don't like burden people with, even Robbie knows, like,
you're a fucking gift.
He's my partner, and I still don't, would rather, just hide than put it on him.
One of the reasons Manda didn't want to do this is because Manda feels that she needs to be here for the 24 hours. The problem with Manda being here
for the 24 hours, here. It's not like I feel like I need to.
The problem with being here for 24 hours is, on top of, and I'm sorry, honey, but on top of the whole thing coming out and GoFundMe and all the rest of it, we're going with it. But the reason that it's difficult for her is because a full day of Manda's life is not the 2 hours that you see when she's on Dave's, laughing and giggling and all the rest of it. She spent 3 hours before that in tears, eating sink noodles, and 45 minutes before it, trying to smoke as much weed as she can to numb the pain, so she's happy and comes across as happy to everyone. And when she comes off the stream, she's probably talking to somebody, helping them out, because they've seen her so happy on stream and reached out because she said, I'm open to help.
I want to make something clear here. What everybody's doing, just being here, regardless of the money, is fucking keeping my head above water. Like, knowing that just one person gives a fuck. Just one, let alone all of this.
I think the GoFundMe is 4900.
No idea.
The GoFundMe is at 53 donations, and that's just the people who have a spare few pounds.
Let me finish this, okay? Like I said, I can't remember which stream it was earlier. I have spent nearly 20 years being told that I am worthless. And believing that, and living that, and having anybody just say, no, man, you're okay, we love you. You have no idea what that has been to me, to us, to my son and I. I can't, thank you, everybody. I'm so sorry. I hate being emotional. I hate being emotional for people. This is fucking hard, but I just need everybody to know what this meant to me.
Well, we do love you, and
We
you're
got your
incredibly
back.
worthy.
Yep.
There's nothing. Yeah. And
It's okay to express emotion, and like you are human. You're going to express emotion, especially around other people, Amanda, and that's okay. And it is genuinely really appreciated how emotional you will get, even just over someone being willing to reach out. And you are important to this community, and we are here for you just as much as you try and be there for everyone else. It's okay.
Yeah, when I said you were a gift, I meant it in so many ways. I've learned so much from your channel about science because South, shitty science, public ed, no shocker there. But
Did I quote you saying shitty science?
So bad.
It's okay to be emotional, and it's okay to cry. Like if I was in a position where I was trying to hold myself back from crying, I feel like you'd probably tell me off.
I'm like practically dehydrated from all the crying I've done in the past 3 weeks. It's like I'll be okay for a little bit, and then one thing will just fucking beat my ass back down to the ground, and it's just so much. Oh,
what's
That's
happening?
okay, especially when you're trying to get out of a situation. Quite often, you're going to find the last bit the most difficult.
Yeah. They're like so close to being gone. Like it's almost there. That just almost makes it harder.
Yeah, which is why if you haven't donated yet and you can, please do. And this is me shamelessly. Amanda has nothing to do with this, and everything that she just said has nothing to do with this right now. This is me just shamelessly bringing it back around to the fact that this is a fundraiser to get her the fuck out of this untenable situation. So let's do that.
Y'all remember at the beginning when we characterized her situation as fucking untenable? This is what we're talking about.
Yes.
We've got to get this woman out of here.
Yeah, and she's been there for all of us.
Yes.
She's taught all of us. She's been there for me on a personal level so many times. Girl, like, we've got you.
Like, if it were just me, I would fucking take it. I wouldn't care. But watching Angel, like, have to watch me get abused like this, when my father, there was an earlier stream I had mentioned, my father had told me, in front of my child, because I was crying too loud, he said, "Come over here so I could punch you in the face." I have never seen Angel so angry. Like, he's like me. He's very, like, he doesn't do the emotion thing. He keeps it all inside. And that kid was fucking shaking. He was so mad. He got up. Like I said, my father, he is 6'4", really 250 pounds. He's a big fucking dude. Angel, if anybody's seen pictures of him, he's 6 feet. Yes, he's tall, but he weighs less than 110 pounds. He is tiny.
He's a fucking long string of piss.
Yeah.
He's Angel's skinnier than
painful.
Stepped to him. He fucking stepped to my father like it was nothing. Like he was gonna. It was scary, but that kid is brave.
That's a good boy.
So,
protected there.
Amanda, is that both you and Angel are very compassionate, and you will put up with a bunch of shit on yourself, but the instant the other person is threatened in any way.
I made a reference 2 days ago, Pat, the new movie out that's on Netflix, The Mitchells versus the Robots or whatever the fuck it is. And there's this scene at the end, and the entire movie for like 45 minutes, the mother has been docile. She's been put in a cage. She's been this, that, and the other. And because her son has escaped, she sees her son then get captured, and she goes full-blown fucking ninja. She like takes down 50 fucking robots. They start to run away. I sent man to this scene going, watching a movie, thought of you.
No, it's true. My son's principal is afraid of me to the point where if he sees me enter the school, he will go to the opposite end of the atrium to avoid walking past me. That's how scared my son's principal is.
My best
You don't fuck with my kid.
that.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with my kid. I'm sorry. Like, you just don't.
No.
So.
That reminds me
Anyway,
of an Amy Tan line. Like, when it comes to my child, I am a tiger in the trees. And
Yes.
that's absolutely true.
Yeah. You know, I mean, most parents are like that, but I mean, I am calm, rational, whatever, then I will.
You're calm and rational. When the fuck did you start being calm and rational?
Okay, yes, I get angry on this shit or whatever. I yell at stupid people, but in real life, it's
I'm
not
not
like
stupid.
I'm
You yell at me all the
people
time.
telling them
I'm
to
not
suck
stupid.
my
You yell at me
dick.
all the
Like,
time.
I know I called Manda's unwillingness to be. I was referring to unwillingness to, be emotional in front of other people or whatever, a Yankee thing. But no, honestly, I get it.
it is.
I get it because I can live in the angry place, and I can be so much more comfortable in the angry place. I can be angry for other people. I can be angry at social injustice. I can be angry just when shit's not fucking fair and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. I can be angry.
Yeah,
But
so we
to cry in front of other people is a show of vulnerability that really comes from a place of strength. And I admire that, honestly. Go ahead.
We all suffer a condition. It's called human.
Oh,
right?
That's the chronic condition.
It's the chronic condition that unites us all.
But really, I was raised.
Speak for yourselves.
I was raised in Connecticut to be a proper lady that literally never shows any kind of emotion other than disdain. Like, that's what I was raised to be.
They fucked up there. They really
they
fucked
did.
up.
And it is, so.
My dad was one of those guys that doesn't cry. I've seen him cry twice in my life, and both times it was when he found out his dog had died.
Oh,
and it was a literal damn, cover his face, walk out of the room.
In terms of crying, at least.
If I can say,
I cried a couple times.
B's stream is up next.
Yes.
I dropped the link in the chat. So after this, we're going over to B's.
Yeah. And again, I am sorry for just killing the mood and emoting all over the place.
Oh, you're fine.
That's okay.
Oh, how
yes,
dare you?
Honey, did you just apologized for being the center of attention on a 24-hour stream with 16 creators that's designed for you to be the center of attention.
I know.
I know you don't like attention, Amanda. It's okay.
I get it. But we love you, and we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, Randy?
Ready?
That's why the
keep the GoFundMe going for about a week. I might have something.
Go ahead, Randy. Sorry.
Might have something going on. Keep the GoFundMe going for about a week. All right. I'll be getting a hold of you soon.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it open through I think the end of the month, and even like we talked about earlier, what the goal was is literally the bare minimum, so that we could get out and have a chair and a bed and a table. Like it's the tiniest. Like, so even though we're over it, like I don't want people to think yes, I appreciate it so much, but thank you. Thank you. And don't forget Aaron's tits. That's a big deal.
3,500, you get to see Aaron. I was going to say Aaron Brockovich's tits, but 3,500.
Aaron Lewis.
Oh wait, what about Aaron Lewis?
Aaron Brockovich's tits is
Aaron
probably
Lewis
down
said
her
that
knees
if
by
we
now.
get 3,500 for a very short period of time, she will put one of her Patreon pictures out on Twitter, and her Patreon pictures are art/erotica/ she had to calm them down because Patreon shouted at her.
We don't have that much money. But someone out there does, and it's worth it, and I can't, so you should. Just saying.
And on that note, it's time to wrap up and bounce over to B's channel.
Well, we'll wait till B goes live. B's not live yet.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, never mind. We'll hang out for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, no. To keep the
so
stream
we
going perfectly smooth.
We saw.
I can't switch until B goes live.
No,
okay.
that's fine. Yeah, we'll still talk. we solved the chronic condition problem. It's being human.
It's being human.
And Sam solved it. So young people give me hope. Yes,
I was gonna. So I'm sorry. I was gonna add to that. That's why I originally wanted to come in about the chronic problems. I too have epilepsy and what do you call them? Rocks or something going on. So yeah, I have a few conditions myself, and I've been having I have chronic or clinical depression and PTSD and epilepsy. And I've been having a hard time with my emotions lately and things like that too, and been having suicidal thoughts. But I've been just drinking myself damn near to death. But this community is helping me out too. Just having somebody there. I got somebody who wants me to come over and party with them tonight and hang out. But it's like, dude, go drink on your own or something. I've been talking to you just about every night, and you haven't bothered to help me wash my dishes. So let me do this. I'm trying to help a friend move here. Dag nabbit. This is important stuff. So,
yeah.
But yeah, as far as that, there's a few techniques, and I wrote about it in some of my books also. So far as things to do to get over other things mentally, little exercises and what you tell yourself and how you get your brain working, towards the right direction. A lot of times you can't, but maybe sometimes you got to pretend that there's a drill sergeant standing next to your bed saying, "Come on, lazy bones, get up and, take those pills and get on with the day. It's a great day. For feeling sorry for yourself," whatever it takes. You wake up that morning and take a deep breath and get up. So yeah. Those things too.
And sometimes that's all you can do is just go ahead and just pull the trigger on the day. Sometimes that's what it takes. You just gotta, here we go again, and go do it.
And always, always, always smell the milk in the fridge before you drink it.
Always. Stage advice. Yes.
I can't.
Speaking of mental stuff, how would you guys like to talk?
We're waiting on you, B.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So once B goes live, we'll all migrate over to B's channel.
Yeah, she says she's starting in 5 minutes, so you've got.
Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes from now.
Okay.
So
she's totally not late by 8 minutes at all.
I'll
It's
email.
not like she had a week to prepare or anything. Thanks, B.
I kind of half zoned out for a second. Did someone say Sam a second ago?
Just that you solved the problem that unifies us all.
That was it. You solved it.
Amanda, if I can say, another few donations have just come through. We're up to over £3,200 now. So another few stages, just some food and food.
Yeah,
Food
we're gonna look at the most recent donations in the top three. If you made those top three and want to get the mug or the sticker, please, and the 3-month free membership to Junk Shop's Patreon. Please email junkshoplibrary@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And if you're comfortable doing that, and give us a mailing address.
Extra value. Great stuff.
It can be, your mom's, whatever you're comfortable doing. We're not gonna go anywhere and hurt anyone. We're not.
Okay. Bees just went live.
By the way.
Bees just went live, so I can swap over now. So
No
I am an awful producer,
wait,
and I'm
wait.
going to be rude.
Okay, on our way.
Can I say stuff before
Yeah.
I go? You guys, Junk Shop and Julie know that they're family to me. I love you guys so much. I know I'm very talkative as of the past few months, but it's just I haven't been to anybody because I hide when I'm really sad and scared. But you guys know I love you so much. Thank you for just doing this and being there. You guys are amazing.
Never doubted it, and we love you.
Okay.
You're amazing too. Don't listen to that other bullshit if you can. All right, because you're fucking awesome. You're gorgeous. You're brilliant, and you've raised an amazing kid. All right, and with that said, we love all of you. Remember, you can't find truth in wine or spirits or alcohol of any kind or drugs, but you may find it in reason. And
stand against hate.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
See you guys over at Bees. Bye.
See you at Bees.
We will be in the chat.